So hi everyone, welcome back. But let's go ahead and start with our mindfulness exercise. We're going to be starting off in Supta Baddha Konasana. So palms of our feet are going to be together and we're going to lie ourselves down nice and long all the way onto the floor. And it is your choice where you want to place your arms. They can be to your side, out to the side, stretched out, or up by your head. So go ahead and choose, see what is right for your body right at this moment. And this is your time to, if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. And just taking in deep breaths through your nose. And with every exhale, go ahead and expel any thought that may be bothering you. We're not going to give any attention to those thoughts. Inhaling, we're bringing in air. Exhaling, we're decluttering our mind. Just one more breath here. Alright, and then let's go ahead and bring our knees back together. And we're actually just going to stay here and on our backs. And we're going to bring our knees into our chest. And we're going to straighten our legs straight up. So what we're doing right now is trying to target that core muscle, awakening all those muscles in our core. That is where all our energy stems from. So awakening it is very important. So arms hopefully are somewhere stable by your side is probably preferable. But try not to hold your breath here. We're going to still continue to take deep breaths. One more breath here. You can probably feel your legs working as well. And then exhaling, going and bend those knees. Let's roll over to our right side. And we'll come all the way up. Alright, so we're going to just warm ourselves up with a couple of yoga asanas. I'm going to quickly demonstrate what we're going to do here. We are going to do 3 poses, all sequentially. So we're going to start off coming up into downward facing dog. So to come into downward facing dog, we'll start off in table. We'll tuck our toes under, lift our hips up and back into the air. And then this is our first pose. Our second pose, we're going to bring our right leg into the air. It's going to come into our chest and then in between our hands. And then I'm going to turn this foot so I can place it flat on the floor. And I'm already in position for our second pose, which is Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. All I did was inhale and take my arms up into the air. My hips are squared to the front of my mat. So this is our second pose, and I'm really sitting down on this knee, opening myself up. And our last pose is Warrior 3. So I'm going to tip forward and bring myself forward onto this front leg, balancing. Then we'll slowly come down, and then we'll come all the way down, come back toward, downward facing dog, and then we'll start on the left side. All right, so once again, downward facing dog, warrior 1, then warrior 3. I'll of course lead you through it, and we'll go a lot slower than that. All right. So by the end of this, we should be fully energized, ready to work out. Okay. So let's go ahead and start off in table. There's no rush here. We're gonna find that perfect placement of our spine. And whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and tuck those toes under and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Make sure you relax those shoulders, making your neck nice and long. We're looking in between our feet to not strain our neck or head. And then let's go ahead and lift up that right leg into the air. And we're gonna bring it in between our feet. Our hands. And then let's turn that back foot so that it's flatly placed on the floor. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come all the way up. Letting yourself come into warrior 1. So find your stability, find your balance. And once you've found that, really open up your chest, letting yourself create more space to breathe. And I won't hold you here for too long. We're going to go right into warrior 3. So go ahead and come onto the weight of bring that weight onto your front leg. Float that back leg up. And breathe. Just one more breath. And then bend that front knee so you can come all the way into warrior 1. And then we're going to go ahead and unbend that knee. And we're going to take a deep breath here before we go to our next side. All right, then let's go ahead and turn ourselves back into this same position. And we're going to bring our hands back onto the floor. And then we'll bring ourselves back into downward facing dog once again. Just one more breath here, noticing the difference between the right and the left. And then we'll lift that left leg into the air. Left leg is going to come into the chest and in between the hands. Let's go ahead and turn that right foot to place it flatly on the floor. And then inhaling, taking all that breath into your body, will come all the way up. So go ahead and make sure that back leg is nice and strong. And we're sitting down all on this left thigh here. One more breath here. See if you can really open that chest. We'll unbend the left knee. And let's go ahead and stand in Tadasana for a breath or two. Okay. Alright, so the asana that we're going to do to kind of rest is a wide-legged forward fold, but I'm going to show you guys while you're up so you don't have to strain your neck. We're going to start off just coming down nice and normal. We bring our hands to the floor if you can reach, otherwise you're anywhere in your legs is fine. But from here, we are just going to hold our elbows and we're going to let ourselves hang. So our entire upper body is hanging from this hip crease and we're just letting ourselves relax, especially the head and the neck. We're just allowing that all to hang. And then we'll come up, hands on our hips as usual. So go ahead and space out your feet wider than hip width. Let's bring our hands onto our hips and we'll come down nice and slow. We'll find either the floor or somewhere on our legs to support ourselves. And then go ahead and hold your elbows and let your head and neck relax. One more breath here. And then go ahead and bring your hands onto your hips and we'll come all the way up, nice and slow. Let's go ahead and bring our feet together and we're going to do just some stretches in Tadasana. So go ahead and bring your arms up. Release those shoulders down. We're going to go ahead and interlace our fingers above our head and we're going to tilt over towards the left side, stretching this entire right side. And then inhaling, we're going to come up. Exhaling, we're going to stretch towards the right side, making all this space in between our ribs on the left. And then inhaling, we'll come all the way up. We'll release our hands and we're going to bring our hands to our sacrum area right above our butt. And we're placing our hands flat on that area and we're going to go into a slight back bend here. So just leaning a little back. Try not to strain your head or your neck by throwing that head back. One last breath here. Inhaling, we'll come all the way back to center. Onto the floor now. And we are going to be in Baddha Konasana now. So go ahead and bring balls of the feet together. And we're going to go into a twist here in just a moment, but we're going to start off here. Go ahead and get yourself comfortable in this position, take a few deep breaths. Make sure you're not leaning or rounding your back. You want to stay up nice and tall. Alright, and then we'll go right into our twist. So let's go ahead and inhale. Our hands come up. Exhaling, we're going to go ahead and twist towards the right side, bringing the left hand on the outside of our right leg. And then inhaling, we'll come all the way back up to center. Exhaling, we'll release towards come into the twist towards the left side. Alright, and then inhaling will come all the way up. Exhaling, we'll release, and let's go ahead and bring those knees in together. And we're going to do one more thing for our outer hips. Go ahead and straighten out those legs. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to cross it, kind of making like a 4 with our legs. So right ankle is right above our knee, and then we're going to bring our hands, place them behind us, and we are going to start bending this knee slowly. And the more you come up, the more of an intense stretch you're going to get in this outer hip. So it's like your own personal stretching machine that you've made with your body. One more breath here. And then go ahead and slowly bring that leg back out. And then we'll switch sides. Left ankle will come onto the right thigh. Bring our hands back and we'll slide nice and slow until you reach a comfortable stretching position. And then we'll extend out our leg. And then we're gonna just forward fold here. So go ahead and come into Uttanasana. Coming down nice and slow. And paying a lot of attention to your spine and shoulders. slowly walking ourselves all the way up. We'll bend our knees and let's go ahead and come right into Shavasana. Extending out arms and legs, placing yourself flat on the floor. Go ahead and be proud of yourself and really feel whatever you are feeling. So whether that be tiredness, energy, maybe you're hot, maybe you're cold. And then go ahead and slowly start to now move fingers and toes. Bending a knee at a time now. Rolling over to the right side now. And then coming all the way up to a seated position. And then we'll bring our hands to our hearts. We'll bow our head. Namaste.